Hi, I'm Greg Allen from Response Fire and Electrical, and this is Kirk Neal, and he's also from Response Fire and Electrical. And today we're going to talk about the different things when a light doesn't work in a room, different things that we would look for, but especially for you as a property manager, what you should ask the tenant to look for before calling your electrician out, just to make sure that it's not something really simple when we get there and it's easy. So what we're going to do is just quickly show you a light switch. You might have seen one of these in your own home. But yeah, that's a light switch.
Light switch.
So what we're going to do is just show you from the switchboard how this is wired and how it works, and then the different things that we want to check. So one thing you want to get your tenants to check is the circuit breaker okay, or the fuse okay in the switchboard. Because what happens is the power comes in from Western Power and it goes into the fuse, and then it will run out to the lights. So from there, it runs out into the roof space, and then it will go down into the switch. So the next point that we want to ask the tenant to check is the switch okay? So with that, we mean, does it feel like it's clicking over properly? So we're just going to Kirk's going to give you a demonstration of what happens with a broken switch.
So when the switch fails, it can go one of two ways. It can become really easy to flick, or it become really difficult to flick. So that's all dependent on what happens on the inside here. So if I take this cover off, there's a couple of contacts on the inside. Ooh, where's the camera?
Other way. Yeah, it's right, reverse.
All right, so in there's a little spring, this little one, and that's what makes the switch actually go off on, and click.
Yep.
Right, so if that spring breaks down, gets stuck, you won't be able to flick the switch. So that's going to be your first sort of problem right there. So
move it, yeah.
if you can't turn the switch into the on position, that's probably why the light isn't going to work.
Yep.
Yeah. The other thing is if it's really easy to flick, it might mean that the contacts have actually come off the back of the switch. So it's not actually switching anything. The front piece, the plastic piece, is moving up and down, but it's moving really freely, so it's not actually moving any of the internals. So that can be the same cause.
This is a big one for safety. Like I'm really big on this because when a switch starts to break, there's two little edges there on the switch. See them? What can happen is one of those will break off and the switch will start to pop out. You might see these in your rental properties. But what happens is the switch starts to pop out and eventually it will pop out. And what you're left with is live electrical terminals in the back of the switch there. So if you think about it, when you walk into a room at home, you don't always look at it and inspect the switch and then put the light on. So what can happen is someone will just walk straight in, go to put the switch on with their hand without looking, put their finger right in there, and zap. They get zapped.
Zap.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's point two will be the switch, and then obviously it's the first one that everyone asks: have you checked the globe? Like your light stops working, 90% of the time it's going to be a globe. So this is normally glowing, and then all of a sudden it stops glowing, but we have to check the globe. Now we go to plenty of places where we walk in there and go, have you changed the globe? They go, yes, we have. Now, we go and put a fresh globe in and it works first go.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of changing the globe and making sure the globe that you're putting in there is new and working.
We know you love getting invoices for that too.
So yeah, this
pass them on to the tenant, right?
Yeah. There's a three things to check really. So we want to check if the power is coming through the switchboard, if there's anything just tripped. Is the switch functioning? And have you changed the globe?
Yep. This is my nana. I drew a picture of my nana knitting. She'd be proud of that. So, so sometimes though, getting a little bit more technical, so what happens there, it goes up to the switch, and then what has to happen is create a full circuit. In order for the electricity to work, it needs to return to the switchboard to make a loop. So what can also happen is after changing globes and things, the cables can actually come out of the back of the light fitting, and especially when we've got extra lights and extra rooms sort of in coming off this light switch, if this active comes out and breaks, then all of those lights will stop working. But anyway, that's what we look for. That won't really concern you as a property manager though. But you'll know what I'm talking about when we let you know. Let us know if you've got any questions. We can elaborate on these things for you, and we're looking for extra questions. So come on.
And I'm not keeping